Hello trainers, Neto here, and today we're diving into Great League. We're gonna showcase a team that can go pretty well against anything in the meta, because guess what, it is gonna be an anti-meta team. No Drapion, no Swampert, no Walreins, but we're gonna play a team with Araquanid up in front, followed up by Sableye and Stunfisk. If you're looking for an Araquanid team, well, this one might be just for you, because Araquanid is a weird Pokemon, and only this team that at least I have found out is gonna work for Araquanid. So this team can work pretty well against threats like the fighters, like Walreins, even against something like a ghost type. You can still go pretty well with this line, especially something like a Trevenant or any other grass type can get destroyed down by your front line with your Araquanid, because it's gonna be a bug type that is specializing on grass types, fighters and dark types. Also psychic types like Medicham, Deoxys or even Hypno are gonna be destroyed down by your Pokemon, so you know now why this Pokemon is gonna be in total an anti-meta one. And also the entire team, because of the backline, we have both the Sableye and the Stunfisk, really good Pokemons that can go pretty well around the meta, two generalists that can really thread down pretty much anything that your opponent might come up against you. This team might have a problem against a flyer, something like a Skarmory, but on the end game you're gonna see that if you can turn around that lead, pretty much what you try to do on every other team when you have a bad lead, you're gonna be in a very good spot, since the backline can provide so much damage with the foul plays, returns or even an earthquake to the opponent by the Stunfisk. So right here you can see that we're getting destroyed down by this Registeel with our Sableye, but we do not care at all, because we have brought the point that we can simply destroy down with our own Araquanid now, and we are just gonna pressure this Medicham in using a shield. They're gonna take the first move, that was absolutely awesome for us, and now they have the Ice Punch. We blocked the bad move, so they played this very good, but now we can go with the debuff, the Bubble Beam, and after that, even if they reach to a Psychic, this will not be enough to finish us off, because Bubble Beam is gonna debuff the opponent and Araquanid is gonna be a really heavy mon to use. So here comes now my final move on that Medicham. We're gonna farm it down, Registeel as well, and we're gonna take a very handy victory. Right into the next one now against another Medicham. Who would knew? So many Medichams. So this team works really well against Medicham's Walreins, and we're gonna see some of those picks along the entirety of this video, but also we're gonna see some really bad matchups, some steel types or even an Altaria up in front, and how to overcome that bad lead. So we're gonna have here the switch into the Town of Flame. We're gonna follow it with our Stunfisk, and this is gonna be on a very good spot, because our Stunfisk here can outspeed to the Rock Slides even with two shields up. So here comes now our second Rock Slide. I'm expecting a shield, and after that I'm just gonna go ahead and outspeed my opponent, because Incinerate takes 5 turns, whole 5 turns, 2.5 seconds to do its work, and yeah, we have more than enough time to go for the third Rock Slide and take out this Town of Flame with those two shields as well. We are down on shield also, but now our Medicham is aligned with our Araquanid, and that's a very good stuff for my team. So Araquanid using the Bug Buzz, the big move on the Walrein, and we're gonna still keep our Araquanid into the Walrein. The reason for that is gonna be that we have a Sableye at the back, and Sableye can handle pretty much easily that Medicham threat. So here comes the final move, the Bug Buzz on that Walrein, and now we're just gonna switch out to our Sableye, force the quit, and gonna grab ourselves a very nice victory. Into the next one, another Psychic type, and let's see together how cool this is gonna be for our team, because Hypno is gonna carry the move Thunder Punch, but to be honest it is not gonna threat us that much. However, I decide to block here, because I'm expecting a block from their part as well, and let's see how this unfolds, because trainers, let me tell you something. Boom! Down goes Hypno. Absolutely amazing. And at the back there is gonna be an Umbreon. They're gonna go inside with the Umbreon. That was a kind of a bad play, and because I'm seeing the Umbreon here, I'm pretty sure they're trying to switch lock themselves with something like a Medicham or something else, because they might have a double dark at the back. This is a team composition from the past, so knowing all those famous teams can also help you reach to that desired milestone that you might have set for yourself. So having that in mind, that it might be a double dark at the back with Hypno up on the lead, I am just gonna preserve my Araquanid and throw in there my Stunfisk, because if they have something like a Scrafty, things can be bad for me. However, here you're gonna see that they do not have a Scrafty. I'm just gonna switch out to my Araquanid because I'm expecting the second dark type, and there's gonna be a Talonflame. It's not over yet. So they outplayed me here because obviously they do not have a second dark type, and we're gonna go for the consecutive bubble beams. I'm expecting a Flame Charge, to be honest, not a Brave Bird at all. Too many shields up to use a Brave Bird, and we're gonna go here for the last second bubble beam. This bubble beam will apply pressure to that Talonflame. They are gonna not block as well, which is absolutely awesome for me, because now I can go in with my Sableye, shield once, and completely farm down. But guess what, trainers, I'm just gonna take it. This Pokemon is debuffed, they have to go for the bait, not for the Brave Bird. We're gonna call that, and we're gonna after that shield the next move, the next Flame Charge, and gonna completely farm down. So that's all, trainers, for now. And now let's move forward into another good lead, the Obstagoon. I know what you're thinking, where are the bad leads? You're gonna see in a while. So they switch into a Registeel, absolutely amazing. Now for my G-Fisk, I am expecting a huge Focus Blast, to be honest, but I don't care at all because they are switch locked in with us, and they do not have quite what it takes to bring us to no HP with those lock-ons. So I'm just gonna go with the Earthquake and then try to go for another one. I almost pressed that there. I kinda did actually, but yeah, it was not on the right timing, so they have to throw here the move. I'm just gonna go for another Earthquake, and I have a feeling that they have to double shield here. No shield at all, what a huge play. I'm not going for the Rock Slide, I don't know why, perhaps it would not be enough, but we could have taken out a shield out of them, and they could not still farm down. That was a wheeled bicycle, but that went out of my house anyways. And we're gonna go now with the return on that Obstagoon. This is gonna do massive damage to the Obstagoon, despite the fact that they doubly resist my Shadow Claws. I'm trying to catch a move on my Araquanid, and now we have another good matchup. The reason I'm showing those good matchup lead scenarios is gonna be not for the lead scenarios, but also for the backline. I'm going to show you how good Araquanid is gonna be. And on the Pokemon Go Worlds 2022, the recent championship that we had, this Pokemon was a really huge thing, and I think Dancing Rob had one on his team as well. So Araquanid, a very good Pokemon, even if you do not find yourself on a very good spot up on the lead, not in this situation because they have a Walrein and we obviously resist everything, you are also gonna find yourself pretty useful with an Araquanid at the back, because fighters, grass types, even something like a psychic type will be at the back for sure, even darks, and you're not gonna regret your time using this Pokemon. So here we're gonna completely farm down the Walrein, leaving out of the fight with a lot of HP. They have a Swampert, and we have to go now with a big move, Bug Buzz. They are gonna block the move, but also get the debuff. So Araquanid, a really huge threat. It is gonna struggle a lot against Altaria and Steel types, but other than that, you are gonna be just fine. You saw before that even against a Talonflame, you have a really good matchup, and we're gonna go ahead in now with our Stunfisk here, completely taking out both of them shields, and I'm just gonna block because I do not go to my Stunfisk out of the way with that amount of HP. So we have the time to reach to the Rock Slide. This is gonna do double super effective to that Pokemon. Down goes this Talonflame, and now Swampert is gonna return. I have no problem in letting here my Stunfisk go, because I know from the bottom of my heart that Sableye can absolutely destroy down this Swampert. And with that in mind, we're gonna grab ourselves another handy victory, which is gonna be a really nice one as well. Into the next one now against another Walrein. I have really gathered up the leads here, so you're gonna see the bad leads in a while. Having now the Nidoqueen coming in, and we have a very good Pokemon to counter this Pokemon, my Stunfisk. So Stunfisk gonna go here for the the bait because they have a lot of energy and I was expecting a shield after they bait it, of course, and now I'm just gonna double shield here. Are they gonna go for the big move? Yes, they are, trainers. So we're gonna charge up as close as to 100 energy as we can. Perhaps one more match that could be done there, but anyways, we're gonna finish it off with an earthquake. I'm not expecting a shield for sure, and at the back there is gonna be a Medicham. The only bad news here is that we do not have shields while they have one, but still we can pressure them down with our Araquanid because we know they have a Walrein, now we know they have a Medicham, and Araquanid can really do some solid work against both of those Pokemon. So we're gonna go now with the big bug buzz. Let's see if that is gonna connect. Of course it is, because they have no shields at all. They shielded the earthquake, right? And now Walrein will go ahead and answer back with a big earthquake. Not enough to finish us off. We have the time to go for the bubble beam here because I know they can reach to an Asset Experiment, finish me off, but I still don't care since now my Sableye can come in and completely farm down this Walrein while also finishing off the Medicham. Let's see if this can work towards our advantage though, because I'm just gonna throw in my Stunfisk here. I remember this one because I want to suck that energy on my Stunfisk, and right now the Sableye can absolutely pressure them down in doing nothing at all, because now here comes the return. We have got what it takes, the upper hand with the typing, and we're gonna grab another huge victory. Araquanid against Registeel, and here are the bad leads. So we're gonna have a very bad lead on the face of Registeel. We have to switch out to our safe switch, which is gonna be Sableye, by the way, and now we're gonna fire off a foul play because they are completely slow on the switch. They are staying in for some weird reason, so I have to block as well. However, I decide to take this. This is gonna be a huge sub cannon. I had to block, okay? Blocking here could have been the better choice overall. They make an amazing catch on that Umbreon. They absorb all that energy, and I will try to go here for the return. On the last second, I'm like, I cannot reach it, but I could have done it, and this is another huge mistake that I just did. Down I go. At least I threw some really nice double, not very effective foul plays to that Pokemon, but it is not gonna be enough to bring it to 50%. However, now I got this Araquanid, which can come in, take all those moves. You can see that it can survive 4 of those foul plays with ease, while the 5th one can be deadly. We're gonna proceed into farming down more energy. We're gonna see the Registeel switch. I don't know why they did that, but I think whatever there is at the back might be super strong against my Araquanid, so they do not care at all. So I'm just gonna throw here my Stunfisk into the fight, gonna answer back at them with a heavy hitting earthquake, not gonna connect. Down goes their last shield, and now I have to take a critical choice here. We have to block. It is gonna be a bad call, just a zap cannon, and now we have to overfarm at the point that we have the earthquake ready to go. Here comes the earthquake, down goes the Registeel, and we're expecting the last Pokemon to emerge, which is gonna be this Azumarill. So things aren't looking that well for us right now. We have to go in with our Araquanid, debuff them with the big bug buzz, and now we have to go for another one to finish off the Umbreon this time. We have to take note of that Azumarill because it has a lot of energy stored up. So with that in mind, we have to put all our faith on our Stunfisk and on the Azumarill's moveset, because I'm not expecting a Hydro Pump with this line of threat, to be honest. Let's go now with the big earthquake. This is gonna put the Azumarill on the red bar section, and now we have to have faith, not a Hydro Pump, not a Hydro Pump, and it's gonna be a nice beam. Fingers crossed we won this one. And let's go now with the Rock Slide, gonna throw here the Fatal Blow, and Azumarill is out of the way. Another bad lead, this time against Galvantula, and we have to take note of that because electric types can really hurt our Pokemon. I'm just gonna take the launch here because I know I can survive and still reach to back-to-back moves, and they're gonna throw in there the Swampert. I'm not expecting a seal, so I'm just gonna go here for the return. They're gonna take it. This is absolutely awesome, and now we have to go ahead and shield here. So by shielding this move, we absolutely pressure them on shielding as well, and this is gonna be a CMP, I believe, meaning that now my Stunfisk can come in and farm down. For the first Hydro Cannon, they need 5 of those Matshots. For the second, they need 4, and then they need 5 again. So we can go ahead and farm them down. with excuse me for that, with 5 Madshots as well. So down goes that Swampert right on the edge, and now Trevenant will return into the fight. Let's go now with another Rock Slide after we take out their shield. That was absolutely awesome. They have the Galvantula that is gonna be still alive, and we have to shield here successfully. It is gonna be a discharge. Yes, trainers, we did that. So now we have to finish off immediately with that back bash. At that point I was talking at the phone as well, but so I couldn't know for sure how many volt switches they had, so I could throw the bubble and then farm down. But anyways, it worked towards our advantage. So with that Galvantula out of the way, now Trevenant is gonna be on a very tough spot, because even a whole Shadow Ball cannot finish us off, and now the Rock Slide can do all the heavy work here. A little bit of surrender lag here, to be honest, and Trevenant is out of the way. Into the next one, trainers, against the Walrein lead. Another good lead for us after we got some really bad ones, to be honest. And with Walrein you have nothing to worry about. Straight back bash, just land one and you're gonna be just fine. If they block, it is also gonna be fine for you, because as you can see, Earthquakes and Drastical Spear are not gonna do enough damage to the Araquanid. Araquanid is also gonna be one of the few Pokemon that can go ahead and resist anything that this Walrein can throw. I think only a couple of Pokemon can resist anything that Walrein has, so Araquanid definitely an anti-meta option. After the previous Nidoqueen matchup that we had with the Stunfisk, I was like on this one, you know what, just bring it on. We can survive even the Earth Power, and those Poison Jabs still do no damage at all. So we're just gonna take the first one. It's gonna be a Poison Fang, seal the second, but unfortunately it's gonna be just another Poison Fang. And at this point I was like, they cannot reach to an Earth Power that early, right? And it is gonna be an Earth Power. Yeah, really bad for us. So Sableye here coming in, and we have to take note of the fact that we can take one Poison Fang, hopefully not an Earth Power. Yes, and thank you. And after that we're just gonna farm down all the way. So I'm expecting the Trevenant to come in here. Oh, what did they do? Okay, they tried to suck a move on that Walrein. It did not work at all, because I was expecting at that point the move. Right now I was not remembering at all, but it worked. So yeah, okay, keep that in mind, and we're gonna proceed into the next one and the final one, trainers, for this video, after we take that really weird win. And right now with Sableye as the safe switch, we have a pretty solid matchup against this Stunfisk. They go here for a move, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a Rock Slide, so I'm just gonna take it. They cannot finish me off, and I have the time to go for a foul play. If they seal this, it is absolutely awesome. If they don't, I can simply farm down after I block once. So let's see how they decide to play this. Here comes now my shield on the Rock Slide. I'm expecting a switch at some point. Hopefully we are kinda fast here on those Dragon Breaths, and we're gonna bring our Stunfisk into play to absorb this Sky Attack, and now we have the upper hand against this Altaria. With Altaria being locked in with our Stunfisk, we can easily go ahead with another Rock Slide. And if you're thinking, okay Ganeto, but the Switch locked themselves in there with you, well, they did not Switch lock themselves, because they were Switch locked anyways, since the Stunfisk of theirs could be farmed down by my Sableye. Things could have been much easier for me for the end game, meaning that Araquanid could avoid the Altaria matchup anyways. So they have the Medicham at the back, absolutely awesome, and this is why I love Araquanid. Eventually you're gonna get a really good matchup for your team, because Araquanid really covers the half of the meta, those fighter dark types, or even something like a Trevenant, any grass type out there, and you're gonna be on a very good spot overall, even against the Walrein, even against the Swampert. So all those picks are gonna be half the meta, and Araquanid will cover all those picks, meaning that you're gonna have some easy wins on the long term. Just be patient, and Araquanid can prove to be one of your biggest assets. So that's all, trainers. Thank you for watching, thank you for staying till the end. I hope you had a nice time watching the video. Also be sure to leave a like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Oh, and of course, just be sure to check over here the video that is popping up on your screen, because it might be of interest to you. Thank you for watching once again, and stay safe, trainers.